When did your family force you to decide who mattered most? I used to believe being the middle child meant being invisible, but in my family, it meant being the glue. I was the one who patched holes, who showed up, who sacrificed without anyone asking. And for years, I told myself that's what love looked like until the day they forced me to choose who mattered most. It started with Dad's stroke. One minute he was cracking jokes at Sunday dinner, the next he was in a hospital bed, half his body frozen. Recovery was brutal physio, endless pills, his frustration boiling over when he couldn't button his own shirt. I sat beside him every night, spooning soup into his mouth, holding his hand when he broke down. He'd whisper, "Don't waste your life on me," but I stayed anyway. Then Lydia, my older sister, called. She'd just lost her job and her landlord was threatening eviction. "If I lose this house, the kids lose their school," she sobbed. I dipped into my savings and paid a month's rent. "Just until I get back on my feet," she promised. Barely a week later, Max, my younger brother, called. He was on the verge of losing his scholarship, his research incomplete, his anxiety paralyzing him. "I can't do this without you," he whispered. So after long shifts at the hospital and hours with Dad, I sat up past midnight helping him transcribe interviews, edit notes, keep his dream alive. I was running on fumes, juggling everyone's crises. My friends stopped calling. My boss pulled me aside and asked if I was okay. I wasn't. I skipped meals, forgot bills, stared at myself in the mirror and barely recognized the hollow-eyed person staring back. But I kept going, because how could I not? They were my family. Then came the breaking point. Dad's major surgery, Lydia's eviction hearing, and Max's final defense scheduled in the same week. 3 different places, 3 different lives, all colliding. I begged them to work it out, to lean on each other. Instead, they turned on me. "If you don't show up for Dad, you don't love him," Lydia hissed. "If you care about me at all, you'll be there for my defense." Max snapped. Even Dad grabbed my hand, his eyes glassy with tears. "Please, sweetheart, just sit with me one more time." They weren't asking, they were demanding. Each one was holding out a piece of my heart, expecting me to prove who mattered most. I sat in my car that night, calendar open, sobbing into the steering wheel. No matter what I chose, someone would feel abandoned. For the first time, I hated them. I hated that they all saw me as the solution, but never as a person with limits. In the end, I split myself apart. I stayed by Dad's bed during surgery, raced across town in time to sit with Lydia in court, then sped to campus to catch the last 5 minutes of Max's defense. 3 days with no sleep, running on adrenaline and coffee, my body shaking from exhaustion. Somehow, impossibly, it all worked. Dad survived. Lydia kept her home. Max passed. Everyone got what they needed. Everyone except me. Because afterward, they went back to their lives and I was left in ruins. My savings drained, my health wrecked, my trust shattered. Not one of them asked if I was okay. Not one thanked me for tearing myself apart. That week taught me the harshest truth I've ever learned. When your family forces you to decide who matters most, the real choice isn't between them, it's between them and yourself. And for the first time after everything, I finally chose me.